Hello everybody, this is Henry. We're coming up at 6:45 p.m. for the New Zealand Gross Domestic Product GDP number, quarter on quarter. It is the 22nd of September 2009, by the way, 6:20 p.m. So, in about 25 minutes, we're going to get the quarter GDP number, Gross Domestic Product, which in a very simplistic sense, GDP is the measurement of the economy. So what we're going to be looking at is basically the scorecard for the economy of New Zealand. And the number is expected to come out at a negative 0.2% with the previous release of a negative 1.0. Now we know the outlook for the New Zealand economy is not looking that good, and by still giving us a negative number, meaning that the economy has not improved. Whereas New Zealand's neighbor Australia, we're already seeing consecutive quarters of a positive number, meaning that the economy in Australia is pretty much out of a recession already. So right now we're seeing a different picture, but in two very closely related regions. Anyways, the number is expected once again at negative 0.2%, and the previous release is negative 1.0%. What we're going to be looking for is, if we do get a positive number, even by 0.1%, we're going to look forward to buy the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar. And if we get a more negative number than the expectation, namely the negative 0.5%, we're going to go ahead and to sell the New Zealand dollar. So that's basically going to be the plan. We'll wait for the number to be released. We will gauge market reaction at the time, and if we do get a decent enough momentum, a good market reaction, then we'll wait for a good retracement, a decent retracement to jump in, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up some pips. And obviously this is a very slow moving currency, as both the New Zealand and the Australian dollar are. We have to have patience, and pretty much, sometimes we may have to hold the trade for a little longer than usual. But then again, it is the beginning of the Asian session. I don't expect to see much of a market volatility. So once we're getting on a trade, I don't think we'll see a roller coaster ride immediately after our entry. So it's more like a steady and slow bus ride, I have to say, until we get out of the trade with some kind of profit. So that's going to be the plan. And let's just take a look real quick at the New Zealand dollar chart. As we can see for the 1 hour chart, that the New Zealand dollar really jumped up yesterday. We saw yesterday it went from the 70.59, we went up about 181 pips to 72.41, so it really broke the 72 area. And since then, the US afternoon, we saw some retracement back down to as low as the 71.80. Now we're at the 71.89, just below the 7200. So based on the 4 hour chart, we're seeing a new high. At least for the last 3 months, we're seeing a new high. If you look at the weekly chart, we can see that the last time we are at this area sometime back in 2008, in August of 2008. So it was quite a while that we have reached this high, and I can see just by looking at this chart a possible resistance just around the 7200. So according to Governor Ballard's statement during last RBNZ rate decision, stated that New Zealand dollar is at a very overvalued stage, that he expects to see the New Zealand dollar back around the 62 cents area. Right now it is at almost at 72 cents. So we're looking at about 1,000 pips of overvalue on this pair. So if we do get a negative number, I think could be looking at a start of a reversal, or at least some kind of decent retracement from where we are right now. Obviously, the next support area I'll be looking for is going to be around maybe the 70-90 area. I think 71 will make it very nice area. and then after that maybe around the 70 handle. So those are the two support we'll be looking for. Now if it goes above, if we do get a better than expected number, then we're looking at 70.40, which was the recent high, as resistance. And if we break above that, then maybe 7300. So that's basically what I'm going to be looking at. So in about 20 minutes I'll be trading this number live, and hopefully be able to getting on a trade and jumping in a reversal and make some money. Okay, I'll be back in 20 minutes and I'll record everything live. Bye bye.
The figure at minus 0.2%, prior was minus 1%. The year-on-year expected at minus 2.6%, prior was minus 2.7%. The US dollar just off of its best levels against both the US dollar and the yen ahead of the data release.
Less than a minute now, guys, for the release.
In under 30 seconds we'll be getting the New Zealand Q2 GDP data. Quarter on quarter, plus 0.1% better than expected.
Okay, definitely a buy on this trade. We want to make sure.
Minus 2.1% also better than expected. New Zealand dollar spiking higher across the board. Kiwi moving to 0.7217, up 0.4%. NZD yen moving to 65.91, up more than 0.6%. And Aussie Kiwi moving to fresh session lows 121.27, last down 0.2%. A couple with the strength. And the New Zealand dollar, the Australian dollar, has moved to its best levels against both the US dollar and the yen. Aussie lasted 0.8745, up more than 0.1%. Australian dollar yen lasted 79.72, up 0.2%.
Yeah, I want to make sure that that this currency, the New Zealand dollar, breaks the recent high, which is 72.41. So we want to make sure that it breaks that, at least retest that, and on a retrace we'll get in. So far we see just before the release we were at 71.90 area, 71.85. So that's a good 45-50 pips jump off on this news. So it's looking very promising, and what we'll do is we'll wait for some kind of retracement, because it makes no sense to be jumping at the top. And as I said, we need to wait to see if we actually break the top here. One good thing about what I'm seeing right now is that the US dollar is weak and the Japanese yen is not strong either. So both Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar are making a good push upwards. So right now we're going to test that high and see if we can break that high. And I really don't want to jump in at this moment, even though it looks exciting and the market is moving up and all that. I think with the spread and with slippage and all kinds of tricks that brokers play at this moment, if we jump in, we might not necessarily get a good entry. And so it's better. It's only been 2 minutes after release and we're seeing a 60 pip plus jump, and that's basically good, meaning there's momentum. So we're gonna wait for a retracement, and a good enough retracement will probably give us a good entry, and we were jumping. So let's stand by. I'll give you some idea of what kind of retracement I'll be looking for. So give me just a second. Let me, as I draw this thing out on my well, if the market could go back down to the 7200, it would be a good retracement. That will be 10 pips from the pre-release. So anywhere from 7200 to maybe 7210, 20 pips from now, that's the area I'll be looking for a possible retracement. And hopefully in the next 10 minutes or so, or 15 minutes, we'll see that, and we'll just jump in while everybody is just out there trying to fight right now to get in, and for that 5-10 pips a gain, or not even getting any profit. We're just waiting patiently for that first wave of people to get kicked out of the market, and then we'll jump in. So stand by. It seems like forever with the excitement going on, but it's only been 4 minutes since the release. So it's like, the market doesn't even know where to go right now. So the general direction is obviously up. We retested the high, we couldn't break it. We have to wait for a decent retracement and in order for us to jump in. Remember what I said, we're at the high, we're going to be extra careful when we go up, when we start going long. So we want to wait for that retracement. What I drew on my chart, the retracement should be around exactly the 7200. So still 30 pips away for a decent enough entry. So stand by. I'll come back once we are close to there, or if the market condition changes, then we'll jump in at a higher level. I mean, you never know, maybe the market is going to show stalling at this area, and if that was the case, then maybe we'll take a reversal trade. Now let me look at this number. We come out at a 0.1%. The year to year was revised from negative 2.7 to a negative 2.6. So everything is pointing towards a better recovery. So if Q2 was this good, Q3, if Q3 turns out to be better, we can actually see the New Zealand economy coming out of recession. So all in all, I think the long-term implication of this number is good for the New Zealand dollar. I might have to change the outlook for the New Zealand dollar based on this number. So just goes to show you that it probably will have more support later on. Anyways, be back in a little bit as we wait for the market to retrace. Okay everybody, the market has tested 7300, and that's roughly about 125 pips after the release. So I'm going to go ahead and take a sell from the top here at 7300. Basically it is 50 minutes after the release, and with 7300 being a resistance area, I'm going to go ahead and take a sell trade. Hopefully I'll be able to pick up some pips from here. Basically this is because I think the momentum for this trade is pretty much gone at this area. So if the market starts to reverse now, we could see a good 30 to 40 pips of profit. So stand by. Let's see if we'll be able to get that. Okay guys, we're looking at about 20 pips of profit, 18-20 pips of profit. Right now, because we're really going against the trend, I think it would be best to go ahead and close this trade and take the profit right now. With the entry of 95 and getting out 81, we're looking at about 14 pips of profit. It's better than no profit, and I'm going to go ahead and take it. Okay everybody, we saw the New Zealand breaking below the 80s, and right now we're looking at 76 bit. Looks like we could be hitting that 60, but I got it wrong somewhere, so I'm gonna go ahead and close my trade. I got about 19 pips of profit, close to 20. I had 20 just a few minutes ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and close it and call it a day, because remember, we are going against the news and we are going against the trend per se. So it's better to be careful, take smaller profits than to hold on to a trade, especially like I said, with the Tokyo Nikkei opening and the fixing at 9 o'clock, the currency at the spot market fixing the exchange rate for the day at 9. We could see some volatility and pushing the market in a different direction. So we don't want to see that with our trade. So I'm going to go ahead and close the trade, and you can take some profit or you can close it all together. I think either way is fine. So I'm going to close this trade, and if you're getting at 72.95, you're looking about 18-20 pips of profit. So it's still not bad trade. So average about 15 to 20 pips. Okay, so guys, have a good one. I will see you all later on today, I guess. we have the MPC meeting minutes at 4:30 and the FOMC statement and FOMC rate decision at 2:15 p.m. tomorrow. So 4:30 a.m. and 2:15 p.m. that's going to be the schedule for tomorrow. Do have a lot of PMIs coming out of the Eurozone, German, French, and aside from that, not much news in between. So it's going to be a pretty choppy London session, I'll say. But good thing is that our meeting minutes is going to be released 4:30 after most of those news. That's going to be the schedule. 4:30 MPC meeting minutes. Hopefully we'll see some more weakness in sterling, and that's to be expected. So everybody have a great one, have a great day.